Waiting outside quietly, please, for the next half an hour. Thank you. Hello, everybody. This morning is live meditation, and it is school holidays here at the moment. So the boys have been asked to give me some space so that Mama can work this morning, but we may or may not have some interruptions today. But let's hope that the fear clearing that I have been doing for the last couple of hours this morning will keep this space beautiful for this meditation this morning. So we are getting to know the Maga this week, but before we do, I do want to open with an acknowledgement. This is very much something that I am practicing as part of how I show up, is to commit to acknowledging who I am, where I come from, the land of which I sit, as well as my teaching lineage. Hello, Bex. How are you, gorgeous woman? Thank you for joining me live. I am so excited to be delivering this morning. It feels like some potent medicine, as it is always for myself. So yes, but before we crack into it, I do want to begin with an acknowledgement, and I am starting that with an acknowledgement of my whakapapa through my pepiha, which is something that my children and I are doing in our classroom. We are getting to know about our culture, both on our Māori side and our English side, and all of that that gets unpacked when we are mixed babies. And this has been a really beautiful process for us to be learning our pepiha, and to be able to practice our te reo and to practice all of what is involved in us acknowledging who we are and where we come from. So, ko waio, te taha o te whaia, ko tainui te waka, ko pukihikio me te tui o te ao marama ngā maunga, ko mangapu te awa, ko Ngāti Kinohaku te hapu, ko Ngāti Maniapoto te iwi, te waipa toto ki Oporure te marae, ko te tui o te ao marama te wharekai, ko wetere tahi rawa ko Tiria Ekatoni oku mātua tupuna, ko Chris West rawa ko Teresa Tahi oku mātua, ko Kia West, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. And I am extending this acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of the land from which I am sharing from today, which is the Yugambeh people. And I pay my honour and my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. And I honour my teachers, both local and non-local, formal and informal, who have contributed to what it is that I get to transfer to you when I show up live and do a bit of teaching and a bit of integrative practices. So this morning, with this week's meditation, we are getting to know the Maga. And the Maga she is an interesting archetype. She's one that most people either don't know about, or when they do know about her, they shy away from her. Because while all archetypes are within us and are available for us to draw insight from at all times, the Maga is one that is specific to a chronological age. And so when we have we go from the maiden, we go from the mother, then we move into the Maga before moving into the crone. So the Maga is that age for women after, the children have moved out of home, and there's this kind of transition where women will generally feel kind of out of lurch. There's a new phase for them that isn't commonly known of or understood. And I can't wait for my Maga years. I think it's just like I've always said that is like the age that I am most excited for. It seems like women just have their shit together. I know that's totally a very immature and naive maiden perspective, but that is something that I have always longed for, is to be in my 40s. And I think a lot of that has to do with being a young mum, just like my mum was. And so by the time she was 40, all of her kids were pretty much grown up and having their own children. And so she was still young enough to like really have fun. And yeah, anyway, that's my own understanding of the Maga, or it was when I first came to know her. But what it is that the medicine that she ultimately provides is hi Michelle, is this unwavering approval that she gives to herself. You know, when through that chronological age, women will experience this dissociativeness, almost this sense of they don't no longer know who they are. They're no longer fitting into the mother role. They're no longer, or they're not yet into that full embodied crone in their physical world. And so that kind of leaves them, you know, well, who am I? And so what the Maga offers is this potential to truly give yourself the approval of that nobody else can actually fulfill. And so where we're going to be going today with the Maga is to have a look at the areas in our lives that we are withholding, or we feel like we are not being approved of. Because when we go in to see them, we will then see that we are withholding our own approval in those areas. And I don't know, I find her just so exciting. She's so magnetic and charming, you know, and a woman who is in that Maga phase of her life, and she is totally self-approving. You know, she glows something different. She shines something different. People, you know, will turn heads to see her because there's just something really elegant and there's something about her that people will be drawn to through this woman in this very physical chronological age, who is just demonstrating how herself owning herself, and there's something in that people are captivated by, and especially other women in that chronological age who are not perhaps embodying this archetypal energy of fully accepting who they are. And so it's a huge opportunity for leadership, for those who are called to the path of the Maga, who can feel the Maga that is calling them in. It's a really, really potent medicine that is available for other women who need this Maga medicine in their life right now, who need who need their self-approval to show up so fiercely in their lives. So what I wanted to do today for this meditation is we're going to be exercising the power of our imagination today. And I will be putting some music on. So if you are able, before I actually invite you to close down your eyes, I will do a quick sound check and make sure that it is coming through okay and not too overpowering. And yeah, we're going to be going deep with our imagination. And I am so excited to go on this journey today. So I'm going to play the song now, and we are going to go. And this meditation, it may be a little bit longer than normally it would go for. I do tend to try and keep this entire session with the teaching to about half an hour, but we may go a little bit over that today. So if you have the time to stick around, but where I'm wanting to go with this meditation is to drop us into theta. We are going to be dropping deeper than alpha, which normally within the time frame that I make available for these sessions is where we're sitting at. But today we are aiming for theta. We are aiming to go deep into the subconscious mind to spend some time with these areas in our life that we are either conscious of or unconscious of, that we are seeking approval. And so if you are here live with me, let me know how this music sounds and if my voice is too much, if I need to, just let me know if the music and my voice is clear, if I need to make any minor adjustments to either my voice or the music, just let me know in the comments. I might just turn it up a tiny little bit. If there's comments, I'm not sure. So far, so good. Beautiful. Maybe we'll just crank it up a tiny bit. Okay. So let us go within now. Beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. So if you are joining me live or catching the replay, and if it is safe for you to do so, please close down your eyes. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible and letting it all go now. With your eyes closed and your breath deepened, we signify to the nervous system that we are safe to be here. And just continuing to keep your focus on your breath as your inhale draws in and your exhale breathes out. And with every breath in and out, you sink even more deeper into your chair. Feeling the vibration as it courses through your whole entire being, lifting and shifting you in this moment. Take your attention now to the center of your chest. Your heart is the gateway to your subconscious mind, and it is where this journey begins this morning. And with your attention at your heart, see, hear, feel, or just know that there is a door before you. Noticing the size, the color, and the shape of the door as you stand before it. And it opens before you with ease and with grace. And you step through it, finding yourself in a darkened room with only a single light coming from a downlight in the roof. And underneath the light is a plush velvet armchair. You make your way over to this chair and taking a seat. And as you do so, you feel it completely hugging you, reaffirming you're safe to be here. And as you snuggle into the warmth and comfort of this armchair, the light above you begins to dim. And as it does, a projector from behind you lights up a theatre screen before you. And up on the screen begins a countdown from 10, 9, 8, dropping you even deeper into your seat, 7, 6, feeling yourself getting heavier and heavier, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up above you on the screen before you begins a scene. And you notice straight away it is a scene from your life. Notice what it is that is being projected up onto this screen for you right now. Notice the people who are present. Notice how you feel as you observe this scene. Notice any judgment, any criticism, without trying to change or do anything. Simply just acknowledge, accept. Now see the countdown from 10 once again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up on the screen is yet another scene from your life. Notice again what is unfolding, what the story is that is being told. Who are the characters contributing to this story? Allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that comes with this scene. Notice the judgment. Notice the criticism. Witness all of this scene. Acknowledge it. Accept it. Once again, up on the screen, begins the countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yet another story flashes onto the screen. Perhaps this one is from long ago. Whatever these stories that are presenting themselves to you today in this theatre room are presenting themselves as your medicine as you do the work of identifying where you are withholding your approval. So simply notice exactly what is playing before you. Notice the feeling that comes along with this story. The judgment, the critic. Witness, acknowledge, and accept all that is playing before you up on the screen. And once again, up on the screen begins to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the final scene jumps up onto the screen, so willing to be seen. Notice how this story reveals itself to you. Do you recognize the people in this scene? Perhaps it is completely new, though it feels so familiar. Are you the version of you that you know today, or have you revealed yourself as someone else from another time? Whatever has jumped onto the screen, trust that this is your subconscious mind willing, so willing to liberate you from this cyclic need for approval. Noticing the feeling state, the judgment, the critic. Simply witness, acknowledge, and accept. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, sink even more deeper into your chair. And as you exhale, you see your perspective change. And now you are another observer, sitting in this room, perhaps to the side of the version of you who is sitting in the armchair, currently gazing at the screen in this deep trance. And from this higher perspective, this observation that you are placing on the version of you in this chair, see from their third eye is a projector screen that begins to cast itself onto the theatre screen. And as you are observing yourself sitting in this chair, you too have this projecting light from your third eye that is directly lighting up this version of you sitting in the armchair. And as you observe this aspect of you in the chair, notice the color that is projecting from your third eye onto them. Notice how this color is raising your frequency, that you could almost feel as though you are no longer confined by your physical body. And as this light from your third eye projects onto this version of you in the seat, you see their own projecting light that is being cast onto the theatre is beginning to alter and transform each of these stories that have now been displayed on this screen to fill the whole screen with each story, with each 4 stories in the corners of this theatre screen. And this potent alchemy completely transforming all of you. See these stories up on the scene changing to show different outcomes. In this moment, all of that has been transpired in the past is being shifted and transforming the present and the future. And as you come to completion of this transformation, see up on the screen now the countdown from 10, 9, 8, coming back into your body, 7, 6, 5, bringing some gentle movement back to your fingers and your toes, 4, 3, becoming more aware of your surroundings, 2, 1. Taking in a deep breath now, and let it all go. And when you are ready, blink open your eyes. The Maga is so powerful in what she offers us and giving us permission to be the source of our own approval. And it is something that we come around to quite often, is that need for approval. And it is so subtle. And we can find ourselves often in that place where we are there again, that, there is a whole heap of judgment and criticism that we accept as normal, when meeting this need for approval is also very normal. And it is the art of actually meeting it, of being willing to show up and go in and see it, and then also being willing to just witness it, accept it, and acknowledge it. And then after we have simply let those parts of us be, then we get to find joy in how and what we do with it. Sometimes it is simply just placing our attention on it and being accepting and acknowledging of it. That is enough. We don't necessarily need to go on and recreate or create anything different. That is just an option, but it is a very fun and joyful option. So I would really love to hear how that experience was for you. I hope it wasn't too choppy. I will watch it back. But we did really well for time. This actually showed up in the recording for me this morning, and I just really, really loved that experience. That I just wanted to bring that here for you all today. And what we're doing when we do this meditation practice, we are showing up unlimited. We are truly knowing ourselves as God, Goddess, the Maga, whoever, as more than just a physical body. We are practicing our unlimitedness. We are practicing that we are everything, and we are also nothing. There is just so much that is in this for us. So I do encourage you to really consider, if you are not already doing a daily practice, to find out how you can do that. And if you need some support in that, please let me know. It's one of the things that I'm really passionate about, because I simply could not do what I do without having a daily practice. And it's so, where I really love what I bring to creating a daily practice is that we can get a little bit stuck when we feel like we are doing somebody else's practice, or when we are, when we don't fit into somebody else's practice even. And the really powerful, amazing thing that we have in a daily practice is that we get to determine what it is that we are going to show up for. And in fact, the whole point of doing a daily practice is to determine exactly how you're going to show up in your life. How are you going to show up to your children? How are you going to show up to your family? How are you going to show up to your business or to your job or to your finances? That all comes down to a daily practice. And yeah, I'm really passionate about this. I'm really, really passionate about teaching people this. In fact, it is what I will teach anyone who works with me. The first thing that we'll do is curate a daily practice that is sustainable for them, that is going to give them the most out of their lives. So yes, if you would like to have a chat with me about that and what it is that we can do together to start making some really big changes in your life, around how you're feeling, because that is ultimately what is driving the thank you, Michelle. Michelle has been doing a daily practice with me. We're in our 3rd week together now, and yeah, it is. It's something that I am super passionate about, and I try to do it in a way that is joyful as much as it is painful, because it's not meant to be comfortable. Otherwise, we would just become complacent. We don't grow when we are in the comfort zone. We definitely want to be stretching ourselves out of our comfort zone. So yeah, let me know if you would. If you would like I've just opened up a booking link to do a discovery call. It's complimentary, so that we can actually have a face-to-face chat, and yeah, just get to know what it is that you're wanting out of your life, and if I am able to help you to make that happen. Alrighty, thank you so much to everybody who has joined me live or will catch the replay. I just adore showing up for you all, and I will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for our live energy evaluations. So much love to you all, and have a fantastic day. Bye.